Y'all come on in, baby. Come on in.
Thank you.
They was getting more money than they unemployment.
I wait for everybody to come on in. 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 Y'all keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come in. Y'all know when I go live. Y'all know I'm gonna go live. Keep on coming in. Keep coming in. Keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come on in. That's right. Keep on coming in. Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in. Come on
There's no budget here at the Boom Boom Room. See, we have no glam squad here. There's no hairstylist, no nail technician, no makeup artist, just you. This is a do-it-yourself type of gig over here, sweetie. So guess what? This will separate the little girl from the women. Now let's get to it.
Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in.
Welcome everybody to another edition of Our Point of View. It is Wednesday night and it is time to get our juice on, honey. Y'all know I was in here trying to get my last little puff in. I got on white, so I got to be careful what I'm doing, child. That was the wrong decision to do, child. I'm trying to get it together. Hey everybody. I hope y'all had a productive week. I was trying to speak to y'all before I came in here. But let's see who in here. Hi, look. The computer too far back. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Ooh, bitch, I can see everything. Hey, Ephraim. Let's see who else in there. Hey, Tiki. Hey, Tony. Tony, how's your hand? Oh, my Hey, I love you, Judge is in here. Hey, Aaron. Shanette. Who else? LeVar. Taryn, Marco, Antoine, Liz, that soup you made was on point. Hey Donna, hey Kelvin. All right, the Hey You I Love You crew is in here, baby. What's up, Rich? Hey everybody. Like Savannah say, y'all, click like, click share, and we got a lot to talk about this evening, honey. Because if I tell you which way this go, because I'm looking in the camera. Okay, you go that way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah, I got to see. I got the C, so I got the C. When to do it, the C, and then I got a C. Okay, I got a swoop and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Reva girl. Good to see you. So listen, y'all, we got a lot to talk about this week. I'm not gonna keep y'all long with all the shenanigans and all that kind of stuff like that. I want y'all to know that this weekend I will be in. Where I'm at, Manchester, New Hampshire, this Saturday, June 19th, for their Queen City Pride. I think it's called Queen City Pride, and it's the Queen City Pride Festival, and it is June 19th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So if you're up there in the area, you know somebody around there in that area, tell them to come see and get their juice with me, okay? And then I will be back in Dallas on Sunday. I will be at the Roundup Bar and Saloon at 7 p.m. Over there getting my juice, where I am in Dallas every third week of the month. every Saturday, every third Saturday, every third Sunday of the month. You can catch me in Dallas, and also every Sunday at Hamburger Mary's. And also on the 22nd, I will be with my sister Kennedy Davenport and my judge Jasmine Masters and my sister, the newly crowned Miss Metro, plus Armani Davenport on Tuesday at the Metro for Kennedy's big Talent Night Finals. It's going to be a great night. So if you're in the area still from hanging out our weekend in Dallas for Juneteenth, y'all come over to the Marty's and party with us. And then on the 25th and 26th, I will be in Sioux Falls, North Dakota, me and Layla LaRue. So I don't know who's over there, but if you over there or you can drive to it, come and party with us. It's Pride over there too. It's Pride all month, child, and we're going to be everywhere getting our what? Jush. That's what we are doing. Okay. So tonight after this, I got to go to the where? The Boom Boom Room. Hey. Okay, we got to shake it up at the Boom Boom Room. Thank you. That part. So don't mess with me between 2 and 3 because I'm Coco bad mama jamma. Hey Scott Michael made this for me. Thank you, Scott. It came to some good use, Judge. I'm telling you. Okay, it was hanging on the wall in there. Hey Twin. Hey Fantasia. So right now I'm going to bring in my panel because I know they ready to talk and get their jush on because we got a lot to talk about. You know. It's something happened today that I'm not too proud about. It happened a couple of days ago, but we just decided we go touch base on it this week. So right now we're gonna welcome in Necole Dupree, everybody.
Hello.
Hey Neil.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Just getting home from my friend's kickback barbecue. And
on a good old Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
I was surprised for you guys in a little while, in just a few minutes.
Oh, do you really? Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm so scared. I'm scared of that, honey. Right now, let's welcome in the surgeon. This is Trent. Hello, Trent.
What's up, y'all? I got to report from work. I'm here all night long, so I'm still here. And Chevelle,
he over there doing surgery
with a new a new cut,
new
color.
Oh, thank you.
And background.
And background. Okay. And background. And let's welcome in one of our special guests this week. This is Zaya Dupree.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
What's up,
Thank you for having me again. Hello. Hey, Trent. Hey, Neil. Chevelle.
You know what, Aja? That's why I used to tell some of my favorite pieces. Thank you for having me again.
Okay.
Thank you for having me again.
We're gonna send thank you cards out when they leave. Thank you for having me again. But you got to go, okay? You got to go. Hey Lala. How was y'all weekend? Or week rather.
What did I do? Oh, I went to Florida. I went to Jacksonville for my little niece's 18th birthday. I had a great time with my family. We had a barbecue on Saturday, crab boil on Sunday. It was just good to be with the family.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Porsche just got in. Let's see. Porsche just got here. You know, she be running late. She get caught up on 59 when it's closed.
Hey, Porsche. What's going on? I relaxed. Nothing.
And Kayla, how was your weekend?
I relaxed because this weekend I'll be in Dallas, Texas for Juneteenth. So I'm saving all my energy because I'll be partying with Portia and Silky and Sasha, and we'll be at Area 111 on Sunday. I'm gonna enjoy the festivities.
I was thinking about coming out there, but I think I'm gonna stay in Atlanta.
Oh no, you ain't coming?
I can't chance with those flights on Sunday. I gotta see how the flights look on Sunday. If the availability is good, then I'll be out there.
We'll see you.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Portia? How was your week?
It was wonderful. I had a full weekend of shows and being with drag family, friends, and nieces and grandkids, and had a really good time.
And Trent, and your week?
I'm nearing the close of this show I'm on. It's about to be over, and so I'm happy about that. but these fucking hours are too long.
Well, child,
I'm ready for it to be over.
You finna get you a little break.
You know when you're a surgeon, you can't control when the surgeries take place.
Thank you.
You just gotta show up.
I know that's right.
And you gotta work your magic.
I watched Porsche the other day on live. Her phone did not mess up. And tonight, it did not mess up.
Let me tell you something. Okay. Don't start on me tonight.
Buttercup, your man can't get me a flight. He in jail right now.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Who in jail?
Ace, who was on First 48. That's Buttercup old man.
Oh, the child that was on First 48 that killed the child?
Oh.
Ooh, Buttercup, I'm so glad you're still here, Lord Jesus.
He did get us. He got us a flight to
when the child named something Bouvier, isn't it?
Yes. He did get us a flight.
That's
Me and
nice.
Buttercup went to DC on his flight.
But did y'all make it home?
Oh, we made it. Oh, it was rough getting home, but we made it home.
That would have been my last time. Do you hear me? That would have been my last time.
Does it feel like this was the place on our point of view to put it?
Yes, ma'am. We talked about him going to jail. So since he in there, he need to go for that too. Okay.
Wow.
Child, listen. So we were talking about Trent on the set and movies and stuff like that, and being a surgeon. And we talked about K. Michelle going under surgery last week, but look who went under surgery again. Where's she at? Get off that phone.
I'm looking at the what do you want?
I'm getting dark.
Oh my goodness! It's gonna be that type of night.
No.
Oh.
She looking at. She be looking at the list.
Yes, and you skipped
Because it's not in there. But she look good though.
She look like a cat.
Well, maybe it's the angle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the angle, and then maybe because I know a couple of people that look like a cat, and but that's a pretty cat right there though.
She looks good.
She
look crazy about her.
You think go back, Coco?
She's keeping it tight and right and nice.
I think she looks pretty.
She's dating those young men.
And you know what? She's hiding the area that's not tight, that neck. So she put her. So she's hiding the neck area.
Somebody say she look like she got a thick Snapchat filter on.
Why we never showed Cardi B surgery? Her nose.
Oh, she got a new nose?
You didn't know?
I ain't seen her.
Oh, Miss Thing looks sick now.
Oh, okay. Well, did it make her,
but
did it make her look totally different like it's making these people look?
No, she looked beautiful.
I don't get what them making their stuff look totally different.
The ends down at the end of that nose, you can tell too. She looks really beautiful. Not that she wasn't beautiful at first, but it done her some good.
Okay.
Now, you know, I don't know about the changing of their whole entire look. Now, Madonna, you know, I can tell it's her a little bit, but K. Michelle's starting to look like herself to me.
No, she don't look like herself.
What?
K. Michelle look like her, like who if she wanted to make herself, that's what she look like. But I don't know about people change their whole entire appearance. It's something to be said about that. Yes, they look good. Yes, the surgery is right. But are you that unhappy with your appearance that you have to change your whole entire look?
And the thing is, she was never. She was always a beautiful person to me.
Me too.
Like, she's not an ugly person at all.
I agree, Dre. She do look like Michelle Pfeiffer in the picture. She do look like Michelle Pfeiffer.
But you know, when people dealing with their insecurities, that's like an internal thing that you like. No matter how many times you tell them you're beautiful, that's still something internally that they're dealing with.
What if it's what?
What if it's not an insecurity? What if it's something? What if it's not an insecurity? What if it's something she always wanted and now she has to finally do it?
So what do we attribute it to then?
Want to perfect something, I think, but some people surgeries. Hey, Trinity Judge, some people surgery is addictive to them, and some people do it to talking about puff. Some people they just do it to fix some things. Like I said before, I want some stuff that I want to fix about myself. It ain't nothing I want to fix about my face.
It's some things that really like I have a coworker who got like some surgery done with her eyelash, like where the bags were at, and she got some surgery right there to tighten it up or whatever, and she looks so different now. So like I understand that type of stuff, but I don't know.
Well, a touch up, look, tighten what you got up, but to come with a whole different face when your mammy don't keep recognize you knocking at the door, say somebody at my door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Your mama calling you.
It's me, mama.
At my door, talking to you.
Okay.
Well, look, Kim.
Listen, I got the corn to snatch it all in.
Well, that's when it becomes. That's when it becomes addictive.
Because LaKim and Michael Jackson became a whole other person and another color.
Who is that? LaKim can't show her daughter no old pictures.
Ooh. You cannot show your baby no old pictures. She's going to get confused.
She got confused.
You know what? I be wondering with LaKim and people like that. I be like, LaKim, the Kim Kardashian's like, you do all this stuff yourself. Kim Kardashian's sister, the young one. I'm like, you did all this stuff, but do you feel that your baby, Kylie, do you feel your baby gonna have your original looks? Like your baby gonna have your real nose?
Yeah.
Of course she is.
Your baby had that nose you got rid of.
The baby gonna get surgery when she 10.
And then they're gonna have that sit down talk about plastic surgery.
I looked at Kim the other day when she was
she don't like her nose.
I looked at Kim the other day when she was talking to her mama on one of the shows, and she looked totally different. Like not totally different, but she looked a lot different than the last time I seen, watch the Kardashians. And I just watched it like 3 seasons ago.
You see how
face won't move.
You see how we sitting up here talking about these ladies and had these surgeries. What do you think they think about us when we go get I didn't do that, but I'm just gonna speak on some of the stuff that the trans girls do to change over. Their cheeks done, their chins done, their nose pulled, feeling face surgery, they get hips, we do it.
Yeah, but Porsche, we were transitioning.
I kind of we yes and we were, but I kind of feel like
we do those things because that's what we wanted to do. So they do those things because that's what they want to do.
And I just kind of think the women are trying to do. They want the look that the T girls have now. I think they want to look like trans girls, because it's kind of like a lot of similarities when you're looking at these artists compared to some of the girls.
A lot of people have that plastic look about them.
Walker.
Yeah, I don't know. So Porsche, when you transitioned, why did you do it? Why did you get work?
First, when I started transitioning, I didn't know that I could even have my body to look like it looked until I moved to San Antonio and saw Tandy Andrews. And when I seen Tandy Andrews' body, I was like, oh, girl, if I could do that to my body, that would complete my whole entire look. Well, I don't have to wear pants anymore. I can have me a nice body. Not even though I knew how my body was going to turn out. I just knew it was there for us to get.
But so guess what, though? Porsche? You was a man, a young man transitioning into a woman who was never gonna have breasts or titties or hips. I mean, breasts or hips or shape like that. So you had to do that in order to get yourself. You ain't had no face work done, but you had to get like your body to take those things to get that. Women have that. Women have that. Kim Kardashian, you was already looking a certain type of way. And, once you get 1 or 2 nose jobs, then that ended up being 10.
I mean, I think it's like an addiction thing. And every single person has the insecurity in themselves that they want to get fixed or corrected or X, Y, Z. So if you have the money to do it, they're going to do it.
And I don't knock it. I don't knock it at all. I think it is a makeup application too, Trinity, for Madonna. I don't think she's poor, but she's not that poor. I think
No, because that neck ain't pulled at all.
That neck ain't pulled at all.
She like an Asian woman.
So
Asian hate. She like an Asian woman.
Well, let's move on to our next topic. I want to give a shout out to President Biden for making the Post Club a national monument now. So yay to President Biden. And this weekend, we celebrated the 49 victims who have lost their lives on June 12th, 5 years ago. And the anniversary was on Saturday. And this was one of the last pictures that me and Angelica took in Post right before the shooting with a young man named Michael. And maybe 20 minutes after that, that's when the tragedy took place.
Wow.
A lot of people didn't know, and I posted yesterday, the other day, that I'm blessed to be able to make this post and say that I'm here. Me and Aja both, because we were both there during that time and in the tragedy. Aja was actually the manager of the club at the time on that during that particular time. So we thank God that we are blessed enough to be able to be here with you guys to even talk about it, and always speak the 49 victims' names and remember them always, because they had lost their lives senseless to a senseless, horrible, horrible, horrible tragedy. So thank you, President Biden, for doing that. And when you ever in Orlando, please go by there. Please go by there and pay your respects to the 49 victims and see the Post National Monument. Over the weekend, we also had some pageants that went on. Mr. and Miss Metro happened. I think that's in Jackson, Mississippi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Jackson?
Yes.
And Pierre Santi, Ross Santi won, and Sequoia, I think her last name
Congratulations.
is Dickerson, right?
Dickerson.
Yes, Dickerson.
And they were the winners of that pageant, and also Amani Necole Davenport was the winner of the Plus division. Shout out to Amani. We got a little video of Amani because I couldn't find no pictures of her in the corner, but she looks thing for presentation. Let's play that.
I just love Amani because Amani loves drag.
Ooh, baby.
Loves drag.
Amen.
Baby.
A lot of people be trying to get out of that and be trying to be fishy, but she keeps the drag alive to me.
Yes, she do. Her and Akira.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, her and Akira. And
I'm gonna tell y'all something about Amani. Amani can fit any size. She can fit any size.
And she can make any size fit you. she works wonders
for real.
If you ever get able to get Amani to backstage you, she makes it happen. And so I'm really proud of my sister. Congratulations. She what?
I seen her do Tamika X in the back, and she was patting her with pillows. I said, "Girl, what are you doing?" It worked though.
It worked, didn't
it? Straight pillows from the hotel room.
Straight king size. King size pillows.
Come on down,
baby, if I tell you X had a shape after that, I promise you.
I'm telling you. Tamika was so big time. I said, okay, I'm on.
That stuff, the cotton inside, the peel out and use towels and pillowcases and stuff to stocking.
All the way down to your ankles. but if I tell you, trying to push it the same. If I tell you, Miss Amani make it work. She take dresses that belong to Colexes or her and make them fit people like Porsche. If I have seen her do it, and I don't know how she do it. But the girl is amazing. She's amazing. One of the best backstage ever you can have.
On that. Yeah, I got to give her props.
Yes. So also over the weekend, the Mr. and Miss Mr. GQ and Miss Forever Bad happened also in Orlando, Florida. I think it was somewhere in Florida, and Tasha Royale, Tampa.
Orlando. One of them.
One of them. It was in the Marys. And Tasha
Orlando.
Royale
I think it was
Sheraton
Orlando, yeah.
is the queen, and so is Smacks. So congratulations to them and welcome to the family. I am a
Shout out
famous
to Smack. Congratulations.
Yes, I'm a former Miss Forever Bad Plus.
Congratulations to my baby.
Congratulations, everybody.
That's my child. Glad he won the pageant.
It was in Clearwater. The pageant was in Clearwater.
Okay, congratulations, man.
Well, look, they saying Clearwater, they saying Tampa, they saying it was in Florida, and yeah, it was in Florida. They all like an hour apart from each other, so it's all right. But I want to give a shout out to Tasha because she's the only one in the division to ever have won everything but the Mister. She have won the Closet Ball, she have won the Plus, she crowned me, and now she is the Smile Girl. So congratulations to Tasha, my niece.
I tell you, she's taking Forever Bad to a whole nother level. She say forever.
Ever.
Forever bad.
I see my friend Octavius is in here. So shout out to Octavius, the owner of Platinum Gem Cities in Ohio, which I will be hosting that pageant. So if y'all interested in going to compete for Platinum Gem Cities in Ohio, please see Antonio Brooks Taylor, Octavius, and hit him up because I will be up there shaking my tail feather and getting my jet. Okay. So moving on to our next topic, which is Legendary. Legendary Finals was last week. And the house of Miyake Mugler are the ultimate winners, and they are the superior house. Congratulations to the house of Miyake Mugler. And
my guest gonna be coming in soon.
Who was the Balenciagas was the other house that got first. Well, I don't know if you call it first option or runner-ups to the Miyake Muglers, but the Muglers had turned it, honey. If I tell you, they had slayed completely. They turned it. But I have to say this. They had like the little battles at the end where you can get extra points. I did not agree with those battles at all.
Is my guest in the room?
No, your guest is not in the room. But all I know is I did not agree with those battles because I knew that, the beautiful Shannon wasn't going to win the duck watch, but then they had, somebody's in the goddamn room. Look at God.
My guest is in the room.
Your guest is in the room, child.
Hold on one second.
All the way from season 2 of Legendary, let's welcome in the beautiful overall mother of Balenciaga. This is Shannon. All right, Shannon.
My sister's in the room.
Hey, girl. Welcome to our point of view.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
We're good. Welcome to the show. We're glad to have you here.
Oh, my God. Niels was like, can you please come on right quick? I'm like, let me throw some makeup on. Let me get myself together right quick.
Baby, I be on your page, stalking your page, telling Neil that Shannon is beautiful. I know I met her in person, but baby, just to sit up and look at that mug, that's a winning mug right there, Judge. Congratulations on Legendary. Y'all were amazing. Y'all were really good.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your placement and stuff like that. I really didn't agree with certain things that went on in the show. Especially on some of them battles, because 2 of them battles y'all had won, but it's over and done. So how was your experience on the show?
I got mixed emotions with the show. I think most of my problems was behind the scenes, that so people wouldn't see those things, that all the struggles that I had to endure to be on the show. But looking past that, I had an amazing time spending time with my kids, to get to know them, to understand what they go through. The performance aspect was something new for me, and I enjoyed it.
I love the fact that you always highlighted your children. You always praised them, and you always let the people know the struggles that they had, and that this was why you were there, and it was for them, because that is what a mother is supposed to do. You know, you done did what you can do. Now it's your time to shine light on your kids and your family. So congratulations on being that type of mother. Do y'all have some questions for Shannon?
Absolutely.
I just want to always highlight, you know, Shannon. Me and Shannon have years of things like and Shannon is so authentic and so personable, and the same person y'all see on the show is the same person she is in real life. Nothing changes about her, and I just want to say I just love my sister Shannon. She's just amazing.
Thank you. Love you too.
Would you do it again, Shannon? Would you do it
Hell no. Let me say this. I think this season was a lot. It was hard because we had COVID going on. Maybe it would have been different if we wasn't treated like prisoners. Maybe that would have been a little bit different, but thinking about it, no, because I need to, as somebody, you know, when you become over a mother of these houses, you control a lot of things. When you walk this category, when you walk face, you control your narrative. You control most of the top girls always control their image. So it was kind of hard to let everything go and allow somebody to do it for you who don't know your aesthetic, who don't know our culture, who not our complexion. So they don't know how to do our hair, makeup, wardrobe, all those things. And anybody that knows Hollywood knows that.
I follow you on Instagram, and I was reading between the lines on certain posts that you had made about certain things. So I knew, I was telling Neil, I was like, it's something going on in production that Shannon was not happy with. And I know how them people are behind the scenes and how they can finagle things and all that kind of stuff. And that makes you feel uncomfortable. But it's TV, and you have to suck it up and do it sometime, you know. So I commend you on doing that. I saw there were times when you had looked like you was just completely over it.
But you know what's so amazing? You know, the one thing that this is where they don't realize what we do in ballroom is that as much as they try to make us feel uncomfortable and try to displace us, is we know how to turn around and make them feel uncomfortable, i.e. the Bally Challenge.
Do you feel that it was?
We're not ready for that.
Do you feel like it was authentic ballroom?
No. Yes and no. The shade, the what everybody want to call unfair, the bias, the favoritism, all of those things, no matter which way you go in the world, it's always going to be that. Now that everybody knows all the facts, they can see that the fairness and the bias that they thought that they were, especially my house, Balenciaga was receiving, it wasn't that. And I can see from a different perspective how it read until they know all the facts. But for me, I think it was always a respect thing. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't realize that some of us have put our dues in. And you have people coming into it and seeing us. We have a respect factor that you haven't achieved yet. So you cannot begrudge somebody for that. So little things like that. I think it was just a lot of the kids didn't see the teachable moments that life would teach them. So when they do go out here and they're able to get these jobs and things of that nature, they know how to position and maneuver themselves in any kind of way.
Well, I always go back to you highlighting your kids and stuff like that, because one thing they did not do on the show this season is highlight the people that's in the show so we can get to know the people that were in the show. And last season they did that. They took individual parts of those people so we can know about them, their lives, that would make us want to go to their Instagram or their Facebook to follow them to see, you know, and so we can learn more about them. They really didn't highlight, you know, that like that. They highlighted the fact that, you know, some of those kids there did have deaths in their families, but we never knew what happened to them after that, or how they were able to go through the competition with the deaths of the people in their family. And I mean, these were close deaths, like mothers and brothers. And so how we as an audience supposed to know how they're dealing with that and being able to cope on a TV set, because it's totally different and you in emotion. So how were they able to do that?
Because I was very close to two people, my son on another team and my my daughter on my team, losing someone so close to them. For me, being in the middle, I'm having to deal with that on scene, on camera, and behind the scenes. So for one person, that's a lot of emotion. So I'm having to take everything in. And that's the part about ballroom being a mother. You having to take everybody's emotions. And when I want to scream, when I want to cry, how do I release that?
You can't do that because you got to take on everybody else's problems.
I have to take care of everybody else. So when people see, I'm a Pisces, so I'm emotional regardless, as much as being strong. But at times you'll see me, I have to shed those tears because you don't know what I'm going through. And it has to release some type of way so it don't blow up like a bomb. And it was hard, but also even for us being on the cast, we didn't know what some people was going through because there was other cast members that had deaths, and because we was in COVID, so we couldn't be around each other, we couldn't talk, we could do as much as possible. So I think it was a mistake all around to try to keep all the teams separated so that we couldn't really lean on each other when we needed.
I also saw that you have another child on the glass, which is Diego, right? And y'all are really close.
That's a baby.
Yeah, and y'all are like really, y'all are really close. And so you are the mother of another house, and he's with another house. And I saw you even helping him and doing his body paints and all that kind of stuff. That's really like sickly that you do that, and that's your child. Yeah. You know, regardless of what, that's still my baby, and you know, and I'm gonna take care of him.
That's part of ballroom that it doesn't be shown a lot, that everybody has relationships and some even closer with people outside of their house. And you do those things, you help them. They didn't show it on set. I was helping sewing the kids' outfits up. That's not my job. I'm not getting paid for it. Helping painting. I was doing any and everything because this is what we do in real ballroom, so that my team can look good, but that's not highlighted and shown. I've even, other kids from other houses did things for them, but it's not highlighted and shown. And we don't need to show those things to get credit for somebody to be given, oh, they cool, they do all that. Yeah. But it happens. I have my own stories. Like in real ballroom, I literally busted out a gown, get ready to hit the stage, and Pampers, Milan, ex-Milan, Teachy now, sewed me into my gown, literally walking onto the stage. So we do that in ballroom. It doesn't matter whose house you are, it happens.
Yeah. Well, you said that y'all help each other now, but on the show, I don't know if you can talk about it or it's over now, but Stasha did say that you stopped talking to her on the show. What happened? Because I want to know. And nobody gonna ask, but I'm gonna ask. What happened?
Some things are best left unsaid.
Oh my God! Oh, see now Neil want to get on here because Shannon is on here. But if it's anybody on here, Neil will text Shannon. I don't know if you watch the show or not, but that Kenya Moore person over there, right there, is a mess. But he protecting you right now. But if you want to answer it, you can.
Well, let me say this, because I look at everything. I personally think that's when production was being messy. Yes, it happened, and they chopped that up. They didn't talk about the whole thing, discussion. They just put a piece in there. If nothing transpired before, nothing transpired afterwards, to the audience, what's going on? What's going on? It's nothing. And Sasha said that for herself was like, we was cool, we was talking, we was taking pictures and all that. And that was the last week that they was there. So that was literally just 4 days. What happened in 4 days? From my perspective, there was nothing that happened. I didn't stop talking to her. It was all the same. We was all in a crunch trying to get a lot of things going. And sometimes people can get misunderstandings about you got something going on and they trying to figure out why you're a little distant. It has nothing to do with you at the moment. And so those are the misunderstandings that happen. So we talked about it. I talked about it on stage with her, and that's what people saw, and behind the scenes, because I'm never no fake bitch. I'm going to always and I told her that too. I'm like, because we don't have that person relationship like I have a lot of people. I'm a grown woman. You come and talk to me. No lights, no audience, no none of those things. You tell me how you feel, because everybody's feelings are valid. If this how you feeling, what did I do to make you feel that way? Let's correct that. Let's fix it. Let's talk about it and move on.
A grown woman. That's some grown woman shit right there. Well, Shannon, thank you so much.
Before you leave, Shannon, I know Shannon is selling merchandise. She has her freedom. So how can we purchase merchandise? How can we follow you on Instagram? Yeah. All those types of things, Shannon.
So my Instagram is I am the Countess. The house page is House of Balenciaga. The merchandise, I'm selling t-shirts, sweaters. I got a new little merch coming out, the little crop sweaters for the girls, and the boys are like a little stomach out. And some more little stuff coming. It's on shannonbalenciaga.com. I take Cash App, and on the website you can make your payments and things. Everything is shipped FedEx overnight.
And this fun fact about me and Shannon, that this was not planned at all. Shannon's clothing website, or like her style, is House of Royal, which is the same name as my pageant, House of Royal, but we just spell it a different way, but it's still the House of Royal.
That has nothing to do with you.
Y'all buy her product and free the nipple.
Yes.
And if y'all want to see a real ball is going on this Saturday in Atlanta. I will be there, and I'm going to show the world what we in real ballroom do and look like versus HBO coins.
We'll be at the comic book ball this Saturday in Atlanta. So Shannon, what does free the nipple mean?
Okay, so Megan Thee Stallion gave me that title because when I went on the stage and I ripped the nipple covers off because I was told I couldn't be on the stage naked, I made the statement that it's 2021. If the men can come out on the stage and be butt naked and not have their nipples covered, as a woman, I should also be able to bear mine. And this was standing up for everybody. And Megan was like, free the nipples. So I took it and coined it on the show and after.
I know that's right. Hashtag free the nipple. Well, Shannon, thank you so much. And somebody also said they didn't highlight your pregnancy with Silver Ivy. But thank you so much for surprising us on Good luck to you in all your endeavors, and we always support you. Good night.
And I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Bye, Shannon.
Oh, that was the team there. Hashtag freedom nipple.
Excellent.
Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Shannon Child. And speaking of houses and stuff like that, me and my girlfriend Jasmine Masters, we gonna get us a new house. So if y'all want to join, we already got Sophia on board. It's called Walmart That Part. When I say Walmart, you say that part. Walmart That Part. Walmart That Part. Yes, ma'am. So you know, y'all
in that house too.
Who Maxine? Yes. Sophia's walking face.
Yes.
And Neil didn't agree, and I'm sure y'all don't agree either.
Well, the thing is, somebody got to go home first.
No, because being the fact y'all, this is TV. Y'all was gonna let Tonka walk body. Y'all chopped him out so he couldn't walk the body. No, and y'all talking about he was gonna win. Okay, well, Miss Sophia is going to do face. Y'all chop Stasha Sanchez for face. Okay, there is hope.
No. They didn't chop her face. She just didn't win face.
She made it and they chopped that ass. The boy got it, and so that's what the overall winner.
Will Sophia be walking October 31st or something?
If they having a ball, yes, ma'am. Walmart that part. Walmart that part.
That part.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all get it and get your judge. And
is this the Halloween ball she'll be walking?
It'll be Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, my birthday. How you doing? All of that. So listen, we have some comebacks in the world of pageantry. Since we talk about ballroom, we're gonna move on to pageantry. And Jasmine Bonet has made a return, and she is the new Miss MMI Rebirth 2021. She has been traveling. She's been down in Atlanta. She's been in Florida. She's been all these different places. Shout out to Jasmine Bonet. We're so glad to have you back. And you know, she got a beauty shop, beauty salon, and all that in Tennessee. She's doing good things. She do yard work and all that, but now she is back on the stage to get her just okay. Who talking about chop from the back? Yep. Sophia's gonna win face on y'all time. Y'all gonna gag. So this is what has been bothering me all day.
She will, as long as she don't show up.
This has been bothering me all day long. We're gonna move on to the next subject. Gary with the T, that's on the Ricky Smiley show. He was on his own podcast with Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. And they were talking about Zaya, I think her name is, which is Dwayne Wade's daughter. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that cucumber and that pamper. So he was talking about Zaya and how they had a family portrait together, and the kid, they had dressed Zaya up in a dress that showed a picture of the family that Gabrielle had wore in a movie. But those are pants, first of all. And I'm assuming this is the photo shoot they were talking about.
Right there. They thought that was a dress there.
Yeah, it's pants and it's Gucci, by the way. And
it's ugly.
And well, it's not a dress. It's my thing. It's not a dress. And he was saying they dressing up, but it's a video. Let me play it for y'all because she gonna piss me off.
He was female, so he's they're changing his sex or what have you. Well, Miss Union and Miss Union decided to do a photo shoot, honey, with matching dresses. You know, they say the dress that this girl once wore on one of her movies or what have you. And you know, it's just interesting. But Dr. Heavenly, it bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me. I feel that she's pushing this damn boy to be a woman. He's like only like 10, 12 years old, something like that. He's no longer older than 15. And they keep calling him his daughter. They call him, his name is Zaya now. And they keep saying Gabrielle's stepdaughter. The boy is not a girl yet. I mean, they're trying to dress him and make him look like a girl, but I just don't understand that for the life of me. And I don't like to say too much about gay stuff because, honey, the gays, oh, God, how dare you attack him, know how he was. And
it's more appropriate to say it because you probably understand it more. I don't talk about it, but what I'm saying is to each his own. I can only speak for me and my children. You know what I mean? If my child was gay, I would not love them any less. I would not care. But I think at a certain age, I don't think I would bring it out so early.
Yes.
Time to get to know who they are, you know, and I mean, I ain't judging nobody. I would just say,
no,
I wouldn't be putting it out there. So heterosexual or gay, you know what I'm saying? At that age, they shouldn't even be interested in the opposite sex, in my opinion.
And like you said,
so I don't agree with none of that stuff that he is saying. All that is nonsense. First of all, we have a special guest that's in the show. I want to bring her in. This is Paris, France, everybody. Hello, Paris.
Hey,
hello,
family. Hi.
Finally got you on our point of view, girl.
Yes, finally.
Finally. Paris is an avid watcher of the show. She has been a supporter of the show since we started. Thank you so much for being a supporter, and thank you for being here to talk about this situation. I'm very bothered at the fact that, first of all, he misgendered Zaya, and he also that's number one, and he disrespected their child. That is a child. And you don't know the struggle that we as trans people go through when we're children. You have not lived that life. You didn't want to become a trans person. That wasn't for you. But you know, how are you gonna disrespect their child, first of all, misgender their child, and then give your opinion on what you think and how their parenting should go? Back then, when we were kids, we didn't have all this computer stuff and all the stuff on the TV that we can go to for information to guide us. We didn't have the courage to even go to our parents to say, this is how we feel. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot speak from a trans person experience. You don't know how we feel on the inside. You a gay man. You don't feel like you are a woman. So you don't know how you don't know how this child feels. And I commend her for being able for having the courage to even go to her dad, who's an alpha male, a celebrity, and an athlete, to tell him, I feel like I'm a girl. And for him to even accept that. We don't know the conversations that he's had with Gabrielle behind closed doors, but to his daughter, he accepts her and he loves her and he embraces how she feels. He don't try to take that from her, send her to therapy to try to say, I'm gonna beat the gay out you. I'm gonna do all of these things that some parents do. My mama told me when I was young, when I told her, I knew that you were different when you were 2 years old. I could tell how you act as you were growing up in your personality. I knew that you were going to be different. So it was not a shocker to me. And your mother, they always say your mama no. They always say your mother no.
Yep.
And so it bothers me, him as a black gay man, to say these things about this child and all the stuff that we go through as gay people, this community, and what trans people are going through right now. It's the second part of the video I want to show because I couldn't play it all at once. So I'm sorry, and then we'll let y'all talk.
I would know a little bit more about it, but it just bothers me because just
tell me, don't y'all know at an early age? Now I just saw a picture with you at the prom. You looked uncomfortable as hell with that girl.
Oh no, you didn't, bitch. Everybody's.
Now, so don't you know at an early age, like at 4, 5, 7, 8, don't you know? I mean, at that point, the little boy know what he want to be. So do you try to stifle it?
Well,
it's important, like it's something wrong, or do you let them blossom in who they are?
No, well, damn it, I understand, and we're in a different day and time, honey, from my day here. But my thing is this, honey, I was called a punk, a faggot, and every damn thing else. And girl, I accepted it and moved on, child. Now the children today, they saying they being bullied and they jumping off of bridges and stuff like that and what have you. But yes, you do know about it. But come on now, you think it's just. It's hard for me to even see that. You can't be saying that this is a damn girl. If you're a girl, then damn it, have the damn surgery and just cut it off then. That's how I feel about it. Cut it off. If you're a girl, if you're saying this daughter and you're a girl, just cut it off, because my thing is, I still think you're too young to really know that. You may know, but you don't know. But then somebody may tell me, but the youngsters today are more advanced than me. And yes, they are. Yes, they are, because I don't want these queens calling me, honey, and telling me all this, that, and other. But it's just really, it just does something to my spirit, to see that. I
don't like to talk about this kind of stuff because I don't know. These people, I think the gays are very powerful. And if you say wrong shit, you can give your honest opinion. But I love everybody. Funky Dineva, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite friends, T.S. Madison, all of them. But I'm very careful on what I say. I let them say it. So you can say it with
So, okay, who want to go first? Because I can go. I keep going.
Well, okay, so
for me, it's just that for me, it's that it was Pride. It's the month of Pride, and for you as a gay black man to misgender this young lady that has came out to the world, everyone addresses her as Zaya, who she is, to use the wrong terms, to have the wrong tea. You just sounded ignorant and illiterate and just like a hater. And then it's just sad that the black men within our community are so harsh on trans girls. And it's just really sad. Like, if we can't get along in our own community, what can we do? Like, I just hated the whole interview. I just hated that he misgendered her. I just commend the young lady for coming out, having the courage, because I didn't have the courage at that age to tell my parents what I was feeling or what I wanted to be ultimately. So hats off to Zaya, but I think we need to remove Gary from the community and take his card and definitely just shine him out from the community, in my opinion.
What do you have to say, Paris?
I think the issue is that when you speak of like back in the day, right? A lot of parents, a lot of our parents did not have the finances to get the help from like a psychologist or whatever, or they did not have the education like we have now, like you say, with the internet and all of that stuff, right? So now you have somebody who has all of this knowledge and who can talk to other trans people and get the right information about this. It's sad and unfortunate in the United States, people look at it with the trans girls like it's such a bad thing. And here you have in India, in Asia, where they are sacred. You literally have women bringing their babies to the trans community to get their babies blessed. It's just sad. I saw a documentary. I can't remember the name of it right now, but there's a documentary that once I figure out the name, I'll post it for everybody to go and watch it or whatever. But when you speak of economics, I think back in the day, like Gary was saying, you know, our parents didn't have the money. They didn't know the terminology. Hell, we didn't know the terminology. We just know that we felt different. Now, the thing that really bothered me was the whole situation of what Dr. Heavenly said in reference to like heterosexual and homo. I think when people think of gay, trans, transgender, or transsexual, I think people automatically assume sex. We get together, we're having sex like in a big old jungle, and we're all naked and we all animals. They don't look at us as humans, and we are doing the same things that everybody else is doing. You understand what I'm saying? But the biggest issue is within our own community. To me, when Gary spoke, it seemed like he have low self-esteem about himself. Maybe he wanted to be trans and he couldn't do it because of his family not accepting him. But don't speak negative on another person's family who's willing to accept them and love them. This is the reason why we have so many suicidal rates in our community. It's just not right. Keep your mouth shut.
He mentioned that you have kids jumping off of bridges and stuff like that.
Jumping off bridges.
Because of people
that
like
was so
you.
illiterate.
Well, you know what? The thing with me,
Shout alive, everybody.
I definitely understood. I definitely did not agree with what he was saying about trans community. But the thing that more so resonated with me was the part where he was talking about people being bullied and jumping off bridges. That's just because I work in a high school setting. I deal with kids that are going through this setting every day. So that's a really sensitive subject for me. Like the trans thing, I understand that, but the bullying thing, he like brushed it off like it was like, oh, they just doing that just for the hell of it. But that's a real big issue with kids in high school. And it's a big difference now because you could say, oh, when I was in school, they called me gay or they called me a sissy or they called me whatever. But back then when I was in school, it wasn't the Instagram, wasn't the Facebook around. So it was like 4 or 5 people calling me this. Versus now,
it's the world.
You post something, it's a bunch of people calling me this, and that gets to a child because they are all socially connected to Instagram, Twitter, social media, and it's just
and that's called social bullying.
Yeah,
let's just be real. Everybody, okay, I'm gonna use me for an example, right? I'm a very strong individual. Now, my being strong comes from I was called every name except for the child of God when I was younger, okay? But everybody is not that strong, and we live in a different world now where everybody gets coddled with everything. So therefore, why would you want to put this pressure on people like this? This is really truly not cool. Like stuff like there are certain girls, let's be honest, there are certain girls who are very privileged to have their families that love them. But what about those gays, including gays? What about those gays and trans who don't have families that accept them? To put information out here like this, and you on a major platform like this, you don't know what negativity this could cause.
And especially since you are on a platform like that, you can have your straight people. Well, if he's saying that, then
Well, his
They'll feel
platform.
comfortable.
First off, his platform is not that big compared to Dwayne Wade's platform and Gabrielle Union's platform. His platform is not that big. So them
It
supporting.
doesn't matter how big it is. It doesn't matter how big. You never know. Listen, you never know who's going to see it. You never know who's going to see it, and you don't know what space that they may be in when they see it. So
and
it
that's
doesn't
why
matter
I
about
encourage everybody. That's why I encourage everybody on here to make a post about it and charge him up about it, because he even said, "Oh, the gay is gonna wear me out and all this and that." You deserve to be wore out. You deserve that, because you sit on that show and you let Ricky Smiley demean you and gay people, and he gay his damn self.
This is what happens. This is what happens. Unfortunately, when you have gay people that are lucky to work in an environment with a bunch of strays, I feel like sometimes they play this game of when in Rome, I'm gonna become a Roman. So let me clown the gays so that they don't look at me. Put the attention over here so it's not on me.
But when you are in a position like that, this is your chance. When you are on a show like that or any platform like this, is your chance to speak for your people. Right. This is your chance to stand up for your people. This is your chance to spread knowledge for your people.
And
you
love.
Don't see the brat.
Knowledge
You don't see
love.
Yeah, you don't see the brat going on her page talking about how they raising their child. You don't see her doing it. So what gives you the right to demean this child like that? And disrespect her. And I like Heavenly, but even Heavenly, and I think, just being a straight woman and you just talking, and by him saying him, she got along, she jumped on the bandwagon for the him too. It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
Overall,
it's confusing to you guys.
What?
Overall, this child has a family who, in a celebrity world, who loves her and appreciates her. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what nobody else says, because we're not taking care of this child. We're not taking care of her. Her family is, her father and her mother is. So her family loves her and accepts her. I don't understand why is it Gary putting his nose in their business, period. Who cares?
And especially now, because everybody know this young lady Googled and she, before she even went to tell her daddy about how she felt, she studied it, she Googled it, she did all the stuff that she was supposed to do so she can get some type of knowledge. She's a smart young lady, and she told him, "I feel different. This is what's wrong with me. Let me teach you."
I don't necessarily think what Heavenly said was wrong. Because
I thought what she said about the sex and all that was wrong.
But Heavenly speaking from a heterosexual woman experience, and she's trying to be politically correct. So
Neil, can I ask you something real quick?
Yes.
How old is Heavenly? Don't she have a degree? Can't she educate herself before she speak on that?
Yes, she do.
Come on now.
But the
Come
thing
on now.
is,
You always talk about how smart you are and all this. Come on.
But the thing is, the reason I don't really
and Heavenly was Heavenly was standing in her lane because she did not want to say something like she said. The community is very powerful, and you got to watch what she said. She kept it real cute.
And the thing is, heterosexual women, they do that because
not all.
No, but even as gay males, we don't know when we're gonna offend somebody and we're gonna say something that's gonna offend the next person in our group. And I can be a gay male, but I offend a trans man or a trans woman or something. So it happens within the community as well. So I can understand why a heterosexual person will be very cautious about that, because we do stuff to offend each other.
And you know how they could have settled that, Neil? They could have settled it like Heavenly said, "I'm not gonna talk about it. Shut up and move on.
And move
Don't say
on.
nothing."
Yeah, I think Gary was
the
clout
Wade,
chasing.
that's none of your business. Them people are none of their business. Period. So if it's a
They're
subject,
not their business.
it's literally it's things that we as trans women should not talk about in reference to gay men. We don't live y'all life. There are topics that we need to stay out of as well, and that's just being real.
So
Everybody don't need to speak on everything.
And I agree.
So,
Stay in your
so do
lane.
you
And that's
feel
hard to
that?
say because we're in a social. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Trent.
Go ahead, Trent.
No, we're in this social media world, so everybody's not going to tend to their business because once you put something out on social media, it's for everybody to talk about. We're going to talk about. That's the same thing people get mad at our point of view for sometimes when we speak on things, but we can't speak on anything that people don't post. So them posting this, it creates a conversation. It's not of the norm to see a 12 or 13-year-old girl. All of a sudden, it's his son and now his daughter. That's confusing to a lot of people. Gary is from an antiquated way of thinking. He was that gay back in 1942 or 48, whatever he was born. So he was beat. He was beat with that Bible to tell him he had to be a certain way and do a certain thing, and still to see a girl transition is still asinine to him. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of. It's good to when people post, we talk about it because this is our time to educate people, to let them know who we are, what we are, because everybody's not going to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? We still got a lot of gay people that don't agree with Zaya being Zaya. I don't care who she is. I just want them to, go to the same person Kay Michelle went to when she go and do her face. You know what I'm saying?
We can. The thing is, we can educate all day long, but people also have to be willing to want that education. And I think that's the ticket. Somebody like Gary, maybe they're not open up to want that because, like you said, his mind is closed and he's viewing this in a certain way, and that's just it for him. He doesn't want to see it no other way. But it could be coming from the side of envy.
And it's an old school mentality too.
But Paris, when I tell you, I think that too. I think Gary is envious because when he was young, he couldn't do these things. That people now they can do these things now, and I see that even at work, working in a high school setting. The way I was in high school, I couldn't do a lot of things that the people now in high school do. And as the generation,
that should be target practice.
I commend them on how they're handling the situation, and people didn't even what's his name, EJ Johnson. That he not even getting as much slack. Magic Johnson not even getting as much slack for EJ Johnson coming out as gay and wearing women's clothes. Well, he's not trans, but Zaya's getting all of this because she want to be who she really is or who she feel like she is, and that's wrong. Because she's living in her truth.
Well, and
Miss
EJ
Thing is right
Johnson
here wearing makeup with a beard and like Salsa Santana.
But EJ Johnson, you dressing in drag, that's not nothing when your daddy is an NBA star with HIV. That's bigger than you dressing in drag.
But that was HIV, and a long time ago, he's still here. So, and what? When he had HIV,
the two biggest issue is the age thing and the fact that for some reason women, I don't care if you cis, trans, women are always at the damn bottom of the barrel, and it has to stop. It has to stop. Seriously.
Yeah.
Just because this child wants to transition. Now, Gary is on there talking about just cut it off and all of that. Nobody's going to that extreme. We know that the child is too young for that. But allow them to
punch him in his face
and feel the way that they want to feel. Gary was dead wrong for that. He was dead wrong, and him coming out of the community, he should have said, you know what? Before I speak on this, Heavenly, let me get educated on this. Let me find out from my community exactly what's going on. Then I can speak on it. That's how you do that.
But he didn't care. He didn't care to do the homework and find out because he's too busy trying to entertain the straight people. So I don't think he cared to find out.
Well, he might self-loathe too,
proper information.
But every gay person ain't a part of the community. Every gay
That's true
person they part
too.
of the
They're not.
community. Everybody don't have our best interests at
And
heart.
This is true.
and the thing is,
Yep.
one story does not fit all. So if I choose transition, Trent choose transition, our stories are different and our families are different. And it's just a difference with everything. So you can't put everybody in this like blanket rainbow.
Well, you think hormones will break my shoulders
But
down?
you know what though about Gary, and I don't want y'all to think. I don't want y'all to think that Gary is like the only gay person in his family. Now let me clear that up. First of all, Gary's from Texas. He's from Beaumont. He has a cousin that is a transgender woman, and he also has another cousin that is a gay man. So you know about the trans life because your cousin lived it. Your cousin been through that, and I know his cousin, and the cousin been trans and I've been knowing her for over 20 years. So she's been that way since I met her. So it ain't like you don't know her, and that was before you became Gary with the T.
It's some jealousy issues.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but you need to get your life together, Gary. And I think y'all all need to X him out, and he needs some education.
Well, maybe Gary wanted to be a transsexual woman back in his day, and he didn't have the courage to do it.
Well,
That's what I said. Because of his upbringing and
that's
coming
why
from
he can't look at it.
Coco, please don't put that picture up no more.
He needs the surgery.
I really think it's because he's
Girl.
I think it's
Coco, don't do that
I
picture
think
no
from
more.
what I'm hearing his problem is the fact
It look like somebody we know.
Wait.
We can't hear you. We can't hear Porsche.
Wait, y'all. Porsche trying to talk.
Yeah.
I think his problem is that she's so young and her mother and father is supporting her at a young age like that and allowing her to be herself at that age, and they're not ashamed of it, and they're putting it out there and they're allowing people to see it. I think that's what his problem is. I don't think he have a problem with the fact that she's a transgender woman or that she's gay or however he wants to put it. I think it's just the fact that she's so young and they're allowing her to be herself.
But that's what Heavenly say. Do you stifle it, or do you let them be there?
I feel that you should absolutely let them be themselves, because if I could have been just myself at my age, which I was, I just wasn't dressing up, but I would enjoy that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying,
but his issue is the fact that they're supporting her at that age and letting the world know about it. And he just have a big problem with the fact that they okay with it.
Yeah,
it
hurts him in his soul.
It could be that his family. It could be that when his, it could be
I feel
his
you, but that's a
family
whole nother
did not
tax bracket. You
support
can't worry about
him when he was young.
Right.
And he's internalizing that. That's what's going on. He's remembering when he was a child, the struggle that he went through, and his family didn't accept him. And it's kind of like, oh, she got her family accepting her, and he's internalizing that, and that's the issue.
And
he's making this about him. I'm sorry.
Porsche, you're right. Paris, you're right, because families do that. And I think it's because our own issues, because my father did not accept me when I first came out. Like, now we're cool, but 15 years ago, it was not the same story. And so I applaud Dwayne Wade for going the path that he's doing, because he's a child at a much early age, which their conversations, their everything is going to be much better with them, because the child's going to be much more open to talk to him about life issues, because he feels that he's in a safe place. I didn't feel like I was in a safe place with my father when I was that age.
Okay. His cousin is in here, and she said they accepted him when he was younger. So I don't know what his problem is. But whatever it is.
For being ugly or gay.
Well, just shut up if you don't know what you're talking about. Just shut up. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't use your platform. Just shut your damn mouth.
You know what I like?
And we know that it wasn't on his show. We know that it wasn't on the radio show or the Rick and Smiley show. It was on his own. It was on his own podcast.
Can I ask all of y'all something at one time? And I don't know about it verbatim, but I do know that there is a point And I might sound crazy, y'all might look at me like I'm crazy, but y'all already know how I am.
We always
But
do.
in the Bible, it says in Revelation that it's going to come a time here on earth when things are wrong, that the world is going to make it seem like it's right. Do y'all not?
Let me just say this real quick.
Okay.
I'm not the most religious person in the world, but from my research, I can tell you this. The reason why we have the King James Version is that different kings during different times altered the Bible to fit their narrative. I live my life by those 10 commandments. I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. But at the same time, we have to remember that there is a thing that's called hermaphrodites. There is a thing that's called intersex. People are born from birth like this. So what do we do with these people? People always say, God don't make no mistakes. A lot of people don't realize the first 8 weeks when you are in your mother's stomach, we are all female. You become male when your testicles drop, and that becomes your nuts, your testicles, and your clitoris drops, and that becomes your penis. That has nothing to do with your brain structure, though. You understand what I'm saying? So it's let me give you a perfect example. If a baby is born and the arm is broke, the doctor can put a cast on it and can fix it. Guess what? My situation was internal. How can you fix that? You don't know I have this problem. You just see this healthy baby boy, but internally, I'm not feeling that way.
You better speak, Paris.
God don't make no mistakes. God do not make no mistakes. And there's a reason in India, in Asia, they are reviewing reviewing trans women and putting them on a pedestal. There's a reason that they're doing this. They consider them third genders. But the United States, now remember, and I hate to go here, but remember now, it's a lot wrong with this country. We love this country for a lot of things, but it's a lot of things wrong with this country. And in this country, United States needs to get on board with the way that it thinks in reference to the gender and identifying people. Because a lot of people don't know that we're all born females. A lot of people don't realize that, for real. So if God don't make no mistakes, and you have hermaphrodites and you have intersex, which is an umbrella, how can you say all these other things, which is gay, transgender? How can you say all of this is wrong?
You're absolutely
You can't.
correct. You're absolutely correct. And also, isn't it when the babies are born, the doctors are able to tell if they have more boy hormones and girl hormones?
Not at that time. They can't really tell
not in the womb.
To my understanding, you can't tell that early.
No, not in the womb. Like from blood
work. Right. From blood work.
They can tell that because my mother told me that the doctor told her that I had more girl hormones than boy hormones. That's why I asked the question.
Right, but to my understanding, that's a certain test that they have to do. Now, let me say this: if your parents is like, okay, he's just a little sissy boy, go sit down somewhere, are they thinking, let me have this test done to see if my child is like this?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that education comes in at. In this what's the child name? I forgot. I'm sorry, y'all.
Zaya.
Zaya. That's the advantage. That's the advantage that she has with her parents. They have money and they can do these tests and they can get educated from the doctors and from people like us who have been through it. Unfortunately, we had to go the hard way. This child don't have to struggle. So my thing is, why would I want to see children struggle and have to go through what I went through? Like I said, I was called everything but a child of God. Now, mind you, again, I'm a very strong, as y'all can see, and very opinionated type of person. So that didn't stop me. In junior high, I was a full-on cheerleader, and I wasn't picking no girls up. I was on top of the pyramid. Believe that.
Oh, you was
always been me. And I didn't care what nobody said about me. I had to fight folks in my neighborhood by going home and getting like a butcher knife and coming out and saying, whoever throw this rock at me, come now, I'll fight you.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to. I don't ever want to see another child have to go through that. So guess what? That girl parents love her. Leave her alone. And Gary, go get educated. You got too many people to ask questions about that. Leave that child alone.
Parents, thank you so much for coming in, and I love you for being here, and I love you for
I
being
love
my
all
sister.
of y'all. Thank y'all so much for having me.
We're so glad that you came in, and y'all need to do something about this Gary with the T. Y'all get this. We done posted. Asha done posted. Y'all share it as well as y'all need to share this live. Y'all need to share it and cancel Gary ass.
I don't know why parents don't come on here and play with us more often. Parents should be.
I've been trying to get parents to come on.
Parents be in the comments every week, so she's
every week. I be trying to get her on, child, but this one really touched her, so that's why that's why I had her.
This one peed me off. This one pissed me off. Yeah.
So when I hit her up, I knew she would come on the show because of this situation. So thank you, parents, and hopefully, parents will be here in next month. So hopefully, we'll do a sit-down interview.
Thank you,
and y'all get to really know parents' friends. Thank you, parents. I love you so much.
Thank you so much. Love you.
Love y'all. Love everybody.
Love you too. We're going to commercial break, and we'll be right back, everybody. And we are back. Well, at least some of us. Child, if I tell you I had to go, honey. I made it back in time, though. Just thank you, Paris France, for coming on, and thank you for Shannon Balenciaga for coming through here. All right, Neil, you did that, Jim.
You know, I have ballroom connections. Whoever y'all want to see. Oh, next week I got another special surprise.
Hey, Mimi Marks. Mimi Marks is in here. Miss Black America.
You said what?
Miss Black
You got K Michelle.
Beautiful, Mimi Mark.
Oh,
You got K Michelle.
You guys have to tune in to see who my special guest is for next week.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you the plug. You the plug. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Neil, the plug, child. Since we were talking about families and stuff like that, do you think when you break up with someone and you're close with the family, do you cut the relationship off with the family and the friends?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't. I'm still friends.
Yes, ma'am.
My husband, I was with for 15 years. His daughter is still my daughter. We still do stuff together. I still go pick up his grandkids. I still go by and see his mother, tell her happy birthday and give her gifts and stuff like that. We still friends and stuff, and me and Jeff still friends. So no.
I was going to say you and him still friends. So okay.
Yeah, we're still friends. So I didn't cut them off just because me and him stopped though.
Oh,
if I'm talking to somebody, I'm cutting their mama off, their cousins off, their brothers off. I'm not talking to none of their asses. I'm done. If we break up,
We view it all a different way.
I broke up with the whole family.
Well, no, I built real relationships with those people. So just because me and him not together anymore, doesn't mean I can't still have my relationship.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it because their loyalty is with him. Their loyalty.
It can be. It's supposed to be.
That don't have nothing to do with our friendship.
Well, Neil, don't you still live in them, though?
He's still there regardless.
I'm telling you. If me and you dating and we stop talking, I don't like you or your mama. I don't like you.
No, not me. I even like one of my exes, I still talk to his aunt and his mama. Wait, did y'all see what Tasha said? Wait, Tasha say, I'm DL, I never met the Girl, okay. Now, Tasha, I'm with you when you write on some of that now. So, falling out. So, the other day, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she had a conversation with her kids. She got 3 kids, and she got 1 girl and 2 boys. One of the she found something either was missing at the home or something like that, and she thought that her son, I think that lives with her, she thought he took it, misplaced it, or whatever the case may have been. So she like cussed him out. Where is it? Excuse me. He said, "Mama, I didn't do that. That was whatever the other son name is." So she said, "Okay." She goes and calls the other son. She cusses him out. They do whatever they do with the situation at hand. So then the next day, she talks to her son who lives with her. They going on about their daily life and talking and this and that. So the next day after that, he had an attitude still with her. And she's like, "You got an attitude with me because you've been around here moving different." He said, "Mama, you hurt my feelings and you cussed me out and you didn't apologize for what you said to me. And that really hurt my feelings." And she said, "Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't know it hurt your feelings. And I thought when I said okay, that we was just done with it. And when I went to go reprimand him about the situation, that was my apology." He said, "No, that's not what that was." So have you ever apologized to your parents for either saying something to them that hurt their feelings, or have they ever apologized to you for hurting your feelings?
Well, my mother apologized to me years later.
Hold on, Audrey. The what portion?
I went through a lot of things with my mother when I was younger, all the way up until like 2006. And I built the courage up in 2006 to actually tell her, because she had said, it's something on your mind you want to tell me because you treat me different. And when she said that, I told her, well, I'll be out there in 30 minutes. And when I went out there, I talked to her and I let her know everything that she did to me that I had just been holding on to all these years. And she started crying and she apologized to me. And she just said that she didn't know I felt like that, and that she was a young mother and she was learning that she was going as well. So she apologized to me, and I didn't apologize. I have apologized to her for certain things that I've hurt her feelings over the years that I didn't know as well. So yes, I've apologized to my mother, and my mother has apologized to me.
Well, for me, I don't think I ever have apologized to my mama. I think we really kind of have like swept some stuff under the rug and just moved about, and it was just okay. But I do know that what I have taught, which is one of the questions that later on, but we have taught each other certain things. But I think moving forward with the relationship that I have now with my mama, if she did something that or said something that hurt my feelings, I think I would tell her so she can. And if I realize I have said something to my mama that might have hurt her feelings, I will go back and tell her, I think I've hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. Well, I did have that situation with one of my kids where me and him was talking. And when I was talking to him, I said some things to him about what he was talking about. But I had to think about it, and the way that I was talking to him and telling him this, I had to call him back and say, "Son, I'm sorry because I think I hurt your feelings." And he said, "Mama, you did." And see, he never even called to say you hurt my feelings or to give me the chance to apologize. I realized it myself. So I went back and I apologized to him for it, and I made the correction. So I think that's some things that we have to start doing with our parents. What about you, Neil?
As far as my parents, okay, so I have spoke to my parents about different situations, and especially with my father. Me and my father has had like great gains in our relationship because when I first told him I was interested in men and dating men and had a boyfriend and all that, he was not for the shits. But since then, we've had conversations, and I love my father to the point that my father's like, okay, it's time for you to settle down with somebody. And we've had those conversations. It's like it was difficult at the beginning, but now it's smoother now. And I enjoy my parents. I enjoy my parents now.
I seen Trent. I think it was for Trent's mom's birthday. And Trent had made a speech to his mom that just like sent me in. Like I was actually like bought. I think it was her birthday or something like that. And you never know what a person goes through in their life with their parents and all that kind of stuff of the relationship they have. But I thought it was just so beautiful that how you made that speech to your mama, how you told her how you
But
was proud of her.
Chevelle though, but my mom has never apologized to me, and maybe she don't even think she's done anything wrong. But my mom has been on drugs for the majority of my childhood, and she's done a lot of vindictive and vicious things. Having that habit, she's never apologized and said I was wrong. I put y'all through this, but I took that moment to let her know that I forgive you for anything that has happened in life because maybe she don't know how to apologize. You know what I'm saying? When they're in that mama stage, or they or my grandmother raised me. It was just do whatever I say, or I can say whatever to you. You can't say it to me. Get over
I'm the
it.
parent.
Don't cry. Don't do this. Don't be no sis. I'm the parent. You know what I'm saying? So you have to start normalizing this. Before my grandmama died, I had to do work on myself too. Before she died, I told her how to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. Because she was such a hard woman. I taught her how to say I love you and all this stuff. So you got to give people grace too. Everybody comes from something different. Their background is different. A lot of people haven't learned a lot of things, the simplest things of life. They haven't learned it. And it's on my chair. And I'm supposed to be working. Y'all be on this thing all day. But and when we apologize to people, we got to stop saying if I hurt you or if I made you feel a certain way. It's not if. You did.
You did.
So apologize for your action and keep it moving. Hold on, y'all. Let me do some work.
Okay, go ahead. What do you think, Porsche? I mean, Aja. How do you feel? Have you ever your mother or father ever apologized to you, or you ever apologized to them for hurting their feelings, or saying something that might have hurt them?
No. It's some stuff happened in my childhood with my dad. When I stay with him, I haven't addressed it. So I'm sure he would apologize because he's very sad now, but I never addressed it, so I honestly don't know.
There is a question that I want to tie into this. Often people look to their parents for wisdom and life lessons. What life lesson have you taught your parents? For me, it was growing up. My mama was never a hugger. She never was. Even my grandmother and her mother was never a hugger, or to say I love you or stuff like that. That my grandmother on my dad's side, she was a hugger. She was affectionate. She loved you all the time. She played with you, wanted to lay on, all that kind of stuff like that. I had to teach my mama that, and growing up and having my own kids and getting the love from our community and how we are and how loving we are. When I go see my mom, I love on my mom. I hug. I love you. And I do that to my grandmother all the time. So now when I'm on the phone with my mama, when I get off the phone with my mom, she said, I love you. I say, I love you too. Call me, I love you too. My grandmother, I love you. They never did that coming up. This is just now happening with probably since I was 35 or something like that, you know?
I do the same thing with my mother too.
Yeah.
When we speak every time we talk on the phone, when we get off, I always say I love you, and she says it back. But what I've taught my mother, being that my mother was the only child, and let me say this before I say that, a lot of things that parents do to their children when they're young and we're growing up, by the time we get grown, they forgot they did that.
Yeah.
They think that children don't remember, but we be the ones that hurt, so we pack that hurt throughout our life. And sometimes it affects us with the way we grow up and what we become as adults. I just want to get that out. But what I've taught my mother is how to listen, because she was the only child, so she don't have that sister to say, "Girl, you wrong," or you should have said that a different type of way. So what me and my mama relationship, she learned that she let me know that I've taught her how to listen to criticism or how to listen to someone telling her that she's wrong. Mom, you don't think you could have said that any different to him, speaking about her husband or her grandkids? So that's what she's learned to me, how to listen and how to realize that maybe she's wrong. She could have said it different, or she could have handled it different.
What about you, Neil?
I think I taught my parents empathy above all other things, because my parents, although they haven't been through certain situations, I'm teaching them like how to sympathize through different people's experiences through life. And my mother and my father have both like really, especially over the last 3 years, have really grown with being empathetic towards people's situations, because the gay lifestyle and trans women, trans men, that's a big task for somebody who was born in the 50s. And it's a lot to deal with that. And I'm patient with my parents. I understand their struggle to deal with it. And I understand and I see their growth in it. So empathy is like the thing that I've dealt with my parents in. They might not be where I want them to be 100%, but they are definitely moving in the right direction.
This is good. What about you, Audrey?
I think I taught my father more so how to love me and be accepting of me. Because we've had a lot of issues, but I think that my father had an issue with me being like maybe flamboyant or like an over the top gay guy or something. I think that it was easier for him when I became trans, because I've always been trans, but I think it was, when I came back home, I think it was just easier for him and better. So I think I taught my father how to love and accept me for who I am.
Well, that's good. I think I taught my dad how to do that too before he passed away. Because like I said, one thing that when my dad first, I hadn't seen my dad since I was 8 years old, but the next time I seen him was when I was Miss Continental Plus, and by that time I was Chevelle. So for him to not being able to see that, and for him to come to the door and I'm this, how all he did was fall in my arms and tell me I was beautiful and he loved me. From then on, our relationship was so different, because before it was kind of like he tried to push that masculinity on me, and that made me hate him, because that wasn't me. You wanted me to play football and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't me. And so I taught him how to love me, and so did his wife, and I'm glad I did have the relationship I had with him before he passed away. When do you think a parent should give the child time to save them? Do you think that you should give the child time to save their money when they turn 18, or you should put them out or let them stay and contribute to the household?
Personally, I think you should let your child live with you as long as it takes them to get it together to move out. So once they move out, they don't have to move back in.
Okay, Asha.
Yeah.
You agree?
I agree. I think my mom has never been the type to accept things from us. My mom's like, these are my bills. If you need to come home and get yourself together, you come and do that. get yourself together, get your money together, so you can, be out on your own. So my mom, no, my mom not. She's not gonna take no money from us. My mom not even gonna ask us for things. So I think you should allow your kids to save, unless they're just not gonna go nowhere. Because some kids don't want to leave the nest. Some kids don't want to leave home. So if they're gonna stay, of course they need to contribute. But if they're gonna leave, I think parents should allow them to stay to prepare themselves and teach them how to maintain so they don't have to come home.
What about you, Mia?
So with this question, I feel that Black parents in particular, and I'm singling out Black parents, they put an emphasis on, oh, you 18, you getting out of my house. And I think that is absolutely 100% the wrong thing to do with your kids. Because even when they go to college and they come back home, because at 18, you are not equipped with everything that you need to be successful in life. And I think people feel like, oh, you're 18, go out and get your own stuff. No, I think kids should stay at home and they should get the advice. They should get the lessons learned about bills and whatever else that comes with bills, equity in home. They should get all that, but I don't think putting people out is the necessary right thing. And I hate when I hear people say, oh, when you 18, you getting out of here. Oh, my.
Yeah, okay.
I really cringe when I hear people say that, because I'm like, why are you putting your child out there and you're not equipping them to be successful in life? You haven't provided them anything to be successful in life by putting them out there at 18. You haven't taught them anything.
And that's how people end up, and that's how you end up selling your body or doing what you got to do to get you some money, because you don't have the necessary skills, or they haven't gave you the guidelines. So guess what? You're gonna go and whoever you meet and you find how to make money. Guess what? You're gonna start to do that.
You're gonna do all that. When I tell you, when I graduated from college, my parents told me, you come home, you can be home for 5. They gave me 5 years to be home with them.
Oh.
Child, I went home with them for 20 days.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, my story is totally different. My story is totally different. When I left school, I left and moved to Las Vegas, and my mama allowed me to move to Las Vegas with LaWanda Jackson to go perform for Lacoste. and I was down there at this point. This was like 1994, and I'm 17 years old. And so I go and perform at Lacoste for a whole year, and I was making good money. And then when I came home, I stayed with my mama, and me and my best friend at the time, we would talk all the time. And when I came home, he came to the house and was like basically there with me every day. So I told my mama that being that this is a 2-bedroom, you and your boyfriend should move and leave me in the apartment to me and Alan. I go out of town on a booking and I come back and my mama has moved. Oh, let me go back. I put an eviction notice on her door. I wrote it out and told her they'd been evicted. So when I went out of town and came back, they moved. And I'm like, I call her. I'm like, girl, where you at? And she said, oh, at my house. At your house? Wait a minute. Hold up, baby. You left me. She said, I didn't leave you. You put an eviction notice on the door. So I started looking for me somewhere to go. And I left you and Alan all the furniture. And I have a whole new house. Oh, and it was like down the street. So she gave me a car, so I had a car. So I went down there and I was like, girl, when did this happen? And she said, child, I've been working on it. You good? Y'all can have, and she left me the whole apartment. And that's how I ended up being on my own. And by this time, I'm 18 years old.
Well, baby, I was in the street at 15
Okay, Necole.
I was out of the house at 15 years old with a shirt, a pair of pants, a pair of boxers, or a pair of shoes.
Yes, you was.
I went to the club one night. My mother told me to be home by midnight. I called her at 11:30 and told her my ride was running late. And from that point on, she started cussing me out hollering and screaming at me. And if that's what you want to be, you stay your MF and all the any word you can think of under the name of the son, she told me. And I hung up the phone. I looked at my best friend at the time, and he asked me, "What you gonna do?" I said, "I'm supposed to go back in this club with you and go dance." 1989, when the club let out, and the DJ Tony Powell started saying, "Thank you for coming out to Studio 13. We see y'all." My friend had said, "Well, you can come live with me and my auntie." She ain't gonna say nothing because back then it was just so free for people that like to come live with them. So that's how I left home. And from there, put up the post until I was able to get my own. But I was out in the street at 15 years old.
Me too, Porsche. I left.
Go ahead, Ash.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't be who I wanted to be at home, so I think I started like leaving home on the summer so I could be who I wanted to be and be with my friends. And so my parents was just like, okay, if you gonna go to school, you don't even worry about coming back. Like as long as you go to school and you do what you're supposed to do, because they knew I was in a safe environment, so I was just able to be myself.
My mama even let friends come and stay with us before all of this even happened. Me and my mama, it was always has been me and my mama. And so sometimes we would be in the one bedroom. And my mama would always let people come and stay with us. We stayed in a townhouse one time, which was the bedroom upstairs and downstairs. Me and her, one bedroom. But I had two of my friends come live with us. And they didn't have nowhere to go. And when she found out they didn't have nowhere to go, y'all can come down here and y'all can have this down here. Don't come upstairs. Y'all come upstairs and take your bath and all that kind of stuff like that. But that's y'all apartment downstairs. That's how she felt. You know, they don't have nowhere to go. Bring them here. And
back then.
Yeah, that's how it was. And so when I got on my own and started getting like my friends, even my friends that became my kids, y'all come stay with me. Because I know how it is, and you know, you with your parents and all that kind of stuff like that. But I'm my mama, and so I'm going to teach you like how my mama did me. You know what I'm saying? So now you need to get yourself together and do what you got to do. Because I did it, and she didn't make me do it. I did it on my own because I wanted to be independent because I thought that's what she was doing, and so I want to be like my mama. But, you know, yes, ma'am. Come on, Necole, in the Braeswood condos, baby. Right around the corner from where I'm at now. I always been in this neighborhood. But, you know, me and Porsche, we grew up together. And we always had, like, a tight-knit relationship. Do your friends tell you the truth about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Every last one of them.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And I'm gonna say like this here. I ain't just started. They've been doing it. With everybody, I'm talking about for years. They had no problem telling each other about ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we all still friends to this day, and that's how we've always been to this day.
To this day.
Yeah.
Ideally, you want your friends to tell you the truth about yourself, and that's how you know those are your real friends versus fans. Because you can have a conversation with your real friends, and be like, we can have disagreements, but we're still friends.
Yeah.
And yes, I definitely want my real friends to tell me the truth about myself.
Yeah, I need my girlfriends to be honest with me at all times. If you could be honest with me, that means you're my friend. If you're not, that means you're a fan.
Yeah.
There's a difference between fans and friends.
Oh my God. And I want you to tell, I don't want you to be that kind of yes ma'am. I don't want you to be that. Please don't be that.
Right. And when I tell you, that's why me and certain people don't talk about pageants with each other. Because they want yes people. And I'm like, I can't do that. When you show me stuff, I'm like, horrible.
Wait. I'm a prime example of that from Neil. I had a white dress that every time they call for, I tell the story all the time. I had a white dress. And I would wear that white dress all the time. Every time they call for a white dress, I would wear that white dress because I hate wearing white. I hated white dresses. Neil told me I'm sick of that white dress. I need you to get you another white dress. I told Neil, until you buy me another one, I ain't getting another one. But mind you, that's stuck in my head. Okay, well, child, he feel like that. Let me go get me another white dress.
Still got to do it.
For some reason, I don't care what it is. When he say something, it will get to you.
Oh, Miss Thing, if I tell you, and that's
stuck. Girlfriends.
That stuck with me for years. So I think it was I'll continue to wear the dress, mind you, because like it's shows or whatever. But when it was time for me to have a white dress for a pageant, I needed to go get me a white dress because I didn't want Neil to leave me.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We're gonna go to commercial break. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Commercial.
Okay, commercial.
Okay,
on the ocean, and it's moving this way. Oh,
I told her roll up. Niggas know me stupid looking crazy like you ain't gonna get minutes like you you pretty but be so wet. Me and Boosie in the Maybach, good as for the left, I seen the
Wait, did her wig fly?
Girl, she had stuck her head in that sunroof, baby, and they had to turn around and go get her hair.
She didn't have that applied properly.
So, are we almost at the end of the show?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I would like to thank everybody that watched the show tonight and to say tune in next week at the same time, 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central for our point of view. What else I want to say? I want to say also, it's Pride Weekend in Dallas. They celebrate Juneteenth weekend. In Atlanta, we also have a big ball in Atlanta this weekend that I'll be at. Shannon will be at, and we'll be like celebrating Atlanta this weekend. They'll be celebrating Dallas this weekend. And I just want y'all to come and watch us next week because we have a whole bunch of topics that we didn't even get through this week to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot.
And I want y'all to come to Dallas and party with me and Portia and Sasha and Silky and the ball. Is it a garçon ball?
It's a ball.
Yeah.
Yes, a ball.
It's just a Juneteenth ball.
Pool party with Lil' Kim
that night, and then later on that night after the mega party is the ball.
I can't wait to get to Dallas.
It's the ball in Dallas, and it's the ball in Atlanta this weekend.
So it is Pride, you guys. And what are y'all proud about?
Oh, I would like to say this. So I'm proud that we're on a platform that we can express ourselves like we do now. On a platform that gay males, transgender women can express themselves and be comfortable enough to express themselves in an open public platform. And I'm just proud that we can just celebrate ourselves.
Yeah. Aja?
I'm proud of the work that I do now for my community. Because for a long time, I had this like passing privilege thing, and I just never thought I would be doing the work that I do. I'm just proud of that, and I'm proud to be an activist for my community and for everyone in the LGBT community. Yeah, I'm just grateful for that right now in life. I'm just happy to see where that's gonna go.
I'm proud of being a working woman now and being stable enough and comfortable enough in my point of view, in my eyesight, I'm comfortable, I'm stable. I'm very proud of the fact that, because it's been years before I felt like our community respected me for who I am and the way I think and how I feel. And I actually feel like now that they respect me for that and that they like me for that. And I'm very proud of that.
For me, most definitely, I'm proud of this platform that we have to be able to express ourselves. I'm proud of the people that's here that supports this platform each and every week. Even the people that come and go, I'm happy that they come and they see it. I'm proud of all of that. What I am proud of as of right now is the fact that Biden has made Post a national monument. That really touched my heart.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I'm really proud of, because being in that situation, you never know. I'm getting emotional about it, but being in that situation, you never know when your day could be your last day. And that's when it made me realize that could have been my last day.
And you know what? Also, when you talk about Post, which I forgot to mention when Shannon was on here, but one of Shannon's really good close friends, Shane, died that night. And when I tell you, Shannon and Shane was so close, and she gets so emotional talking about Shane.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people do.
It was so it was a
Shane was a beautiful person.
He was an amazing person.
He was amazing. Yes, he was. Absolutely.
And Shane was also Stasha's child.
Yes, he was her child, but he was like him and Shannon. Him and Shannon was like him and Ricardo at the time. They were like really, really, really close.
And before I let y'all go, before the since we're talking about Shane, I was actually talking to Shane and texting Shane right before it happened, like 5 minutes before it happened.
But wait, weren't we at a cookout the week before for Memorial Day? Or remember we went to Market House?
Y'all did. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
I was outside. Y'all did.
Yeah.
So I was just like kind of corner to him at the bar, and I was talking to him, and I was messaging. We laughed, and he went into the main room, and next thing you know, all of that. But I just want you to know, guys, I love y'all. Happy Pride, wherever you are. Celebrate yourself more than anything. Love yourself because we love you here, our point of view. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next week. And don't forget to share the live. Don't forget to go subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube. Don't forget to go like our point of view page. Be looking for more surprises and all kind of stuff like that, Josh. And we love y'all, and we will see y'all next week. I'm on my way to the
Happy Pride.
Good night. Happy Pride, everybody.
Pride.
Good night.
Ooh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. If I tell you the kids had came in and tuned in tonight, baby.
Oh, bye y'all.